Hello and welcome to Herald TV News Bulletin with me, Valentin Diash. Tomorrow, the 16th of January, Goans will celebrate its Opinion Poll Day. 56 years later, after Goans won a historic opinion poll, today we spoke to several people and experts across the state to know if Goa managed to strengthen and preserve its culture, identity and uniqueness, and to know what is the significance of the opinion poll victory of 1967.
Goa will celebrate its Opinion Poll Day on Monday. 56 years later, after Goans won the historic opinion poll, today we spoke to several people and experts across the state to know if Goa managed to strengthen and preserve its culture, identity and uniqueness, and to know what is the significance of the opinion poll victory in 1967. Watch.
I'm happy at the results of the opinion poll. We had high hopes. It was fought to keep Goa's identity independent and preserve it. But what has happened over a period of years is sad. Unplanned development for the greed of money is the order of the day. And we see now today the Madhe issue has been more politicalized than trying to solve it. And most of the political parties are more in a drama than for the people's sake. And I hope the people will realize it sooner than later. And the culture of Goa has not remained the same, it is diluted, very diluted. I'm not particular about it, we are all Indians are one. But what our politicians have done of this state, people of Goa still have not opened their eyes to see.
16 January 1967 was the day when opinion poll took place in Goa. The referendum was initiated by the central government to decide if people wants Goa as a separate state or separate union territory, or it has to be merged with Maharashtra. And I distinctly remember I must be around 7-year-old at that time. And we used to, shout that time in the schools and everywhere where we get a chance that Mate Kumanala, Don Panala, because there was a fight between those who were for merger, it was, flower, and against the merger was 2 leaves. So we used to always shout in that term, and I distinctly remember those days. And over a period of now almost 57 years, we got around 20 years after that. That means in 87 we got a statehood. But now 57 years have passed, and I'm quite happy that we are successful in maintaining all the uniqueness of Goa, that culture of Goa, that friendliness of the people, the behavior of the people. Yes, there has been little dilution will take place as the time goes past, but still we are successful in keeping a unique identity for Goa all over the world. If you ask that you are from Goa, they all welcome you with open arms.
A story by Aditya Bidre, Prakash Kadekar and Prasad Polji for Herald TV.
Mohammed Salim, a daily wager and father of 8 children, was on Saturday arrested for killing his minor daughter meters away from their rented residence. The 34-year-old tried to mislead the police but later confessed to strangulating his daughter out of anger as he suspected her of complaining to their house owner that he physically abused his family.
Father arrested for minor girl's murder. Mohammed Salim, a daily wager and father of 8 children, was on Saturday's arrest for killing his minor daughter meters away from their rented residence. The 34-year-old tried to mislead the police but later confessed to strangulating his daughter out of anger as he suspected her of complaining to their house owner that he physically abused his family. The man used the deceased's dupatta to strangulate her and tied the body to mangroves near the sluice gate at Sharau to ensure it does not float in the water and it will attract police attention. The accused is an alcoholic and would often assault his pregnant wife and children. The victim, who is the second daughter, would confine their house owner and his family. On the 9th of January, the accused once again picked up a fight with his family. His wife along with children moved to their neighbor's place, but the victim preferred to fight back and did not budge, an officer said, narrating the sequence of events. On the following day, Salim told his daughter that her mother was looking for her, on the pretext of which he took her to the strangulated place in Sharau, where he strangulated her using her dupatta. He tied the body to mangroves to prevent it from floating in the water. The thick layers of mud covered the body. The wife, on returning, did not find the victim and alerted the local Punch, who then informed the police. The father was asked to lodge a complaint, but on continuous interrogation gave vague replies to the police. The officer said, adding, he became our prime suspect. We detained him on Saturday, January 14, and interrogated, which is when he confessed of having killed his daughter. He also took us to the crime scene when the body was fished out with the help of the fire force. The Old Goa police have booked him for kidnapping and murdering, besides invoking Goa Children's Act since the deceased was 11 years of age. Story by Clinton D'Souza for Herald TV.
An army of experts is ever ready to advise farmers not to keep their lands fallow, but seldom know that acres of land in Ponda Taluka are destroyed due to breaches in bandaras, resulting in saline water entering their fields. Many of them spend hours and days on their fields, as they did over Christmas and New Year days, repairing their bunds with their own money.
Now, the farmers in Ponda Taluka are in absolute distress. Frequent breaches in several centuries-old bandaras and delay in the release of subsidy by the government has forced many to either give up farming on Khazan lands or use all their savings to remake broken bandaras. And yet, the 50% subsidy that is owed to them by the government is yet to be hard to come by. The delay in releasing subsidies and repairs on frequent breaches in bandaras has already serious fallout. Farmers are giving up, preferring to let their land remain fallow than spend all their savings on repeating the breaches, their bandaras, with hope of recovering. Watch.
तुमकां परमनंट बांद जाय हो
आमकां परमनंट जाय न्हू कित्याक अशे त्रास आमी कशे काडटले जे म्हयन्या तर अशे त्रास काडले आनी फाल्यां पावसान जर अशें जालें आमी कशे बांदतले कित्याक लोक आमी सगळे शेत रोयता न्हू सगळो लोक शेतकारी कोण पयशकार कोण ना आमी शेत बाबा पाडंग सांडपा हांगा पयशकार आमी कोण ना
केन्नाच्यान मागणी करता तुमी हो बांद जावचो म्हणून
आतां आमी जाले आतां बांद 3-4 वर्सां जालीं आमी मागणी 6 वर्सां मागीर
परमनंट जावचो
म्हणून बांद हो ते थंयच्यान बदनच्यान इतलो उरलो तो इल्लोसो उरला माती घालून तर जालें जाल्यार तो घडाता बांद हो तशी पयर आमची मूस मोडलेली तिवूय मूस आमी सगळी फोणी निवाड हें करून आमी घट केल्या शेतकार आतां वांयगण रोयता लोक जो पर्यंत हें घट जायना तें वांयगण रोवपा मेळना आतां लोकांक फोणोन बी दवरना मोडत आसा
आज आमी मडकय बार आमरे खाजन हांगा आसात आनी हांगा आमगेली जी शेतकारांची जी पिकावळ आसा ती खंय तरी नश्ट जाल्ली आसा बाबड्यांनी कश्ट करून हांगा सगळी बागायती केल्ली आसा म्हणजे मिरसांगेची रोपां लायिल्लीं आसा मागीर तांबडी भाजी जावं मुळो हें तें आमचें कल्टिवेशन आसा हें पारंपारीक आसा आनी हो धंदो खंय तरी पारंपारीक जावन खंय तरी आपली रोजी रोटी चलोवपाची आनी घराकय खावपाची अश्यो गजाली आसात ह्यो हें जावपाक जाय आशिल्लें आनी हांगा हें कोणी तरी दुर्लक्ष केल्ल्या कारणान हें सगळें हांगसर वाताहत जाल्ली आसा अशें केन्नाच जावं नाशिल्लें हें खंय तरी कितले वर्सांनीच जालां अशें हे शेतकाऱ्यांनी सांगता आनी हें जावपाक जायना हेका जबाबदार खंय तरी ही शेतकी कमिटी आसा तिवूय आसा कित्याक सांग पळय हें तर देखरेख वेवस्थीत कितें बांद मोडलो पळय तेजी केल्ली जाल्यार हे घडामोडी जावपा नाशिल्ल्यो बांद हो आमरे खाजन सकयल आमचो मेन जुवारी कॅनल आसा पळय तो बांद मोडलेलो आसा म्हणजे बाणस्तारी टू कुट्टाळी तो कॅनल आसा पळय तेजो मदीं आमचो हो बांद आसा म्हणजे हे आमचे आमरे खाजन हे म्हणजे एशियांतले म्हाका नंबर 3 खाजन अशें दिसता सगळ्यांत व्हडलें आनी हें खंय तरी आतां नश्टत्वा कडेन वयता म्हणजे हांगा ही सुपीक जमीन आशिल्ली भरघोस पीक येतालें आनी प्रत्येक शेतकार आपले शेताचेर पोट भरुनूय भायर भात बीन जावं बाकीच्यो मिरसांगो लायताले ते सगळे भायर विकताले हें खंय तरी नश्ट जायत वयता आनी सरकाराची हेजेर सारकें दुर्लक्ष आसा म्हटलें जाल्यारूच हेजेर हांगासर ह्या शेतकाऱ्यांनीच खंय तरी हे कमिटी बद्दल दुर्लक्ष करता म्हणून खंय तरी मामलेदाराक कंप्लेन केल्ली ही सादारण ऑगस्ट 2021 कंप्लेन केल्ली पूण मामलेदारान हेजेर खंयच देखरेख जावं खंयच कटक्ष नजर दवरिना जाल्ले ना कारणान हे सगळे वातावत जाल्ले खरें मरे कंप्लेन मामलेदारान जाल्ली आसा पूण खंय तरी दुर्लक्ष केलां आनी म्हाका दिसता सरकाराक हें शेत सुद्दां आमचें जशें म्हणटात ते खंय तरी रिवर आमचे जे नॅशनलायज करतात आनी मागीर हांगसर कोळसो घालतलो जावं आनी गजाली करतले अशें कितें जावपाक षडयंत्र करता काय कितें सरकार जावं हें दुर्लक्ष करून आमची सगळी पिकावळ जावं शेत सगळें नाशाड करूं सोदता काय अशें आमकां खास करून शेतकार भाव जे सगळे हांगा जमल्यात तांकां दिसता हें जावपाक जायना. हे आमची शेतावळ आसा ती पारंपारीक उरची आनी येणाऱ्या जनरेशनाक सुद्दां उरची. हे आमच्या आजेपणच्यानी आमचे कडेन दिल्ली शेतावळ ही आमी अशीच चलयतात आनी फुडें उरची हें प्रत्येकाचें लक्षण आसा. हें जावपाक जायना आशिल्लें. हें जालां तें खंय तरी रॉंग जालां आनी सरकारान तसोच आमचो चीफ मिनिस्टर आसा जो जावं शेतकी मंत्री आसा हेणी हेजेर कटक्षान नजर घालून हांगा लोकांक न्याय दिवप.
A story by Santosh for Herald TV.
Upset that they were not informed about the demarcation of land for the Kabristan at Sansara, villagers from Raya and Borda claimed that the land was acquired by the Marga Municipal Council for the burial of people from all communities and not specifically for a Kabristan.
That they were not informed about the demarcation of the land for the Kabristan at Sansara. Villagers from Raya and Borda claimed that the land was acquired by the Marga Municipal Council for the burial of people from all communities and not specifically for Kabristan. In addition, no road access has been shown for the acquired land as the property surrounding the plot is not owned by the municipality. Now, the villagers from Borda and Raya gathered in large numbers at the site and a heavy police force was called in to control the law and order problem. Watch.
आयज आमी डिमार्केशन आहा म्हणून सांगलेलें आमकां वयर कब्रिस्तान येता म्हणून. पूण आमचे प्रश्न हो आमकां इंटिमेशन कित्याक ना. तुमी बेश्टेच कोणाचे प्रॉपर्टी एंटर जावंक जायना. डिमार्केशन आमी एगेन्स्ट ना म्हणून कब्रिस्तान येता म्हणून एगेन्स्ट ना. वी आर फॉर दॅट. पूण आमगे इतलोच एक प्रश्न बाबा तुमी आमकां इंटिमेट करा आनी जरी तर आमची प्रॉपर्टी एक्वायर बी केलो आहा जाल्यार आमकां ऑर्डर दाखोवया. ऑर्डरीन की आमची सर्वे नंबर मेन्शन केल्लो आसूंक जाय. तितलेच आमचे प्रश्न. कितेंय तुमी करा बट गो इट लिगली. सगळे सारके कायद्याचेर करात. कायदे आमकां लोकांकूच न्ही तुमकांय लागता. आमची प्रॉपर्टी एंटर जातलो जाल्यार आमकां इंटिमेशन करा. आमी डिमार्केशन कोत्तात. आमची प्रॉपर्टीन फाब्रिकाचे चर्चीक वो पॅरिशीक नोटीस येवूंक जाय. देन ओन्ली यू कॅन एंटर आवर प्रॉपर्टी. अदरवायज वी वील ऑब्जेक्ट फॉर इट.
Till we are not against for Karbastan. That's all.
आमकां कांय इंटिमेशन ना. आमकां बाय रिवायवल सोर्सीस कोणें जाल्यार सांगला बाबा हिंगा तेका लागून आमी येयल्ले. आनी लोकांक सुबेज पुलीस फोर्स आसा. पुलीस फोर्स कित्याक आमी ऑब्जेक्ट करनात. आमी सांगतात आमची प्रॉपर्टी एंटर जातो जाल्यार आमकां इंटिमेशन दिया.
आमगे इश्यू हियर आमकां कारबस्तान नाक म्हणना आमी नॉर तेका सर्वे करपाक माडना. आवर ओनली इश्यू इज दे हॅव गॉट नो एक्सेस गो टू डेट पॉयंट. सो दे हॅव नॉट इंटरमिडिएट फॉर द राय पंचायत और फाब्रिका नॉर एज बोर्डा फाब्रिका. आमगे इश्यू आहा तो दोगांक जस्ट पळय जस्ट गिव द इन्फॉर्मेशन सेइंग दॅट वी आर गोइंग टू कम फॉर डिमार्केशन. Thirdly, secondly, we are not against for Karbastan because we have already asked for 3 communities. Let the government decide. When Parikar was there, CM, we met him at Altino saying that Karbastan because they themselves had that community has already themselves saying that the barrier ground is not memo. It is a rocky land. परिकाराने सांगले की आपण तुम्ही करबस्तान आणा करबस्तान आपण पण आणि ही हॅज ऑलरेडी कॅन्सल दॅट. आय डोंट नो हाऊ दॅट गव्हर्नमेंट हॅज टेकन यू टर्न राईट नाव. सो लेट एवरीवन टेक द स्टेक होल्डर्स इन कॉन्फिडन्स आणि ते सर्वे करते. वी हॅव गॉट नो इश्यू.
Yeah, this issue was there long back, I think in the year 2016, and in that time through amicable the community was told that alternative land will be given in Shirode or somewhere. Yeah, and that matter went on. But somewhere in the year 2019, there was a petition filed before the Honorable High Court and someone from Taligaon. And as per this, the matter went on during COVID. and somewhere in 22 October, it came in the paper that High Court has passed an order in 12th of October, something like that, that within 6 months, the Kabristan has to be developed in this acquired land. At that time, it came to the notice of all the people around, and the people of the chapel of Warda, Agali, became the interveners. The St. Anthony Chapel Trust of Agali, we became interveners of this particular petition. That's last October. And at that time, we brought before the Honorable High Court certain facts. And the certain facts are the land was actually acquired in a resolution passed by MMC on 28/6/2010 for all the 3 communities.
It's Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
The United Tribals Association Alliance has extended its full support to the Save Goa, Save Madai front and has called upon people of Goa to leave behind the differences and unitedly join the Save Madai rally at Sankeli on Monday evening.
The United Tribal Association Alliance has extended its full support to Save Goa, Save Madai front and has called upon the people of Goa to leave behind their differences and unitedly join to Save Madai rally in Sankeli on Monday evening. In a message, UTA convener Prakash Velip demanded that Centre should respect the sentiments of the people of Goa and withdraw the DPR for the dams at Kansa and Bandura in Karnataka.
16 तारखेक मादई बचाव ह्या संबंधी जी जाहीर महासभा जावपाची आसा विर्डी सांखळे ह्या उल मारपी संघटनेक आमचो पूर्ण उठाचो पाठिंबा आसा. समस्त आदिवासी समाजांतल्या बांधवांक, शेतकरी बांधवांक, पर्यावरण प्रेमी हांकां आनी उल मारता आमी की तुमी ह्या जावपी महासभेक मोठ्या संख्येन हजर रावचे. हेजे पयलींच उटान सत्तरी, बिचोली हांगा सभा घेतल्यो आसात. फाल्यां आमची धारबांदोडा तालुक्याची जावपाची आसा सभा. तशेंच ह्या हेतूंतल्यान आमी जो केंद्र सरकारान DPRाक कळसा बंडोरा हांगा जे धरण जावपी आसा ताका मान्यता दिली आसा तो आमी सगळ्या गोंयकारांनी विरोध करून तो कर्नाटक सरकारचो आनी केंद्र सरकाराची जी मान्यता आसा ती फाटीं घेवची अशी समस्त गोंयकारांनी एकत्र येवन राजकीय आपआपसले मतभेद पयस दवरून गोंयच्या बऱ्या खातीर आनी म्हादई वाचोवपा खातीर जी आमची आवय आसा हिणें जो उलो मारलो आसा आपल्या वाचयात त्या उल्याक आमी समस्त गोंयकारांनी पाठिंबा दिवपाची गरज आसा. परत एकदम सेव म्हादई मंचान जी 16 तारखेक 4 वरांचेर सांखळेच्या विर्डी गांवांत जी महासभा दवरली आसा तुमी मोठ्या संख्येन हजर रावचे. उटा ही संघटना ट्रायबल लोकांची संघटना आसा ती ह्या उल्याक पूर्ण पाठिंबा दिता.
It's Aditya Bidre for Herald TV.
Activists have warned truck owners and transporters against causing pollution in Mormugao with overloading of trucks. They said the Goa Pollution Control Board has blamed the transporters for pollution in the city and MPT has issued orders to transporters to prevent overloading. Activist Shenkor Polgi has warned to carry out massive agitations and block transportation if overloading of trucks is not stopped.
Activists have warned truck owners and transporters against causing pollution in Mormugao with overloading of trucks. They said the Goa Pollution Control Board has blamed the transporters for pollution in the town, and MPT has issued orders to transporters to prevent overloading. Activist Shenkor Polgi has warned to carry out massive agitation and block transportation if overloading of trucks is not stopped.
Day one हो कोळसो आमकां नाका म्हणून आमी बोवाळ केला की आमकां हो कोळसो नाका म्हणून आमी हेच्या अगेन्स्ट आहा आनी हो अदानी आनी JSW जे कोळसो हँडलिंग करता हेतून आमच्या मोर्मुगांवान मॅक्झिमम जे पोल्युशन जाता ते हेंचे खातीर जाता. आनी आयज जे ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन तुमी पळोवपाक शकता आतां देखील ओवरलोड ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन हो आतां ओवरलोड आतां हो हीट करून जो वयता तेच्या उपरांत हो जेन्ना वयता न्हू ते टर्नर बीन कोळसो पडटा आनी ती स्पिलेज रस्त्यार पडटा आनी ती स्पिलेज आमी हेच्या पयलीं सुद्दां उलयले ती स्पिलेज आमकां इतली त्रास करता सारकी की आमी गाडये बिडये चलयता 2 व्हिलर बीन कोण वॉकिंग बीन करता न्हू ते ब्रीथ करतना कोळसो ब्रीथ करता आनी आयज ह्या कोळशा खातीर मॅक्झिमम जी आमच्या मुर्मुगांव वाठारांत जी दुयेंसां जी वयर सरल्यान कितें कोणाक ब्रोंकायटीस कोणाक थंडी बिंडी मागीर अस्थमा मागीर सायनेक्स प्रॉब्लम हे आयज हे दिसून येना आनी सरकार हेचेर दुर्लक्ष करता.
सो आयज ज्या पद्दतीन हे ओवरलोड हँडल करता आनी सरकारान हांकां पोल्युशन बोर्डान हांकां स्ट्रिक्ट जे इन्स्ट्रक्शन दिल्या तांकां की हो ओवरलोड तेंच्यांनी हँडल करपाक शकना ते म्हणून कितें ती बॉडी आहा न्हू तेच्या बॉडीच्या लेवलाचेर तेंच्यांनी व्हरपाक जाय म्हणून तो तरी पूण ते आतां ओवरलोड जे व्हरता हेच्या खातीर एक कोळसो पडोवन हें पोल्युशन जाता आनी मेन म्हटल्यार आमी पयलींच्यान डे वन डिमांड करता की आमकां गोंयान कोळसो नाका आतां हो जो सरकारान तांकां जे रिस्ट्रिक्शन घातले तेतून तेंच्यांनी ते हे आतां गाडये जे वयतात न्हू हे वॉश जावन परत येवपाक जाय जेणे करून ते पोल्युशन कमी जावंक जाय प्लस पोर्टांच्यान भायर सरता न्हू तेन्ना तेंच्यांनी ते टायर बियर वॉश करपाक जाय ते वॉश स्टेशन आहा भितून पूण टायर बियर बीन धुनान ते जेणे करून हो सगळे पोल्युशन हे रस्त्याचेर येता आनी ते आमी ब्रीथ करता एट द एंड ऑफ द डे पोल्युशन बोर्डान जे रिस्ट्रिक्शन घातले ते फॉलो करपाक जाय ते फॉलो करूंक जाय नाल्यार बंद करा तुमकां हे जायना जाल्यार हे पोल्युशन आमी ब्रीथ करपाक शकना कित्याक लोक बावळो कित्याक करिना लोक बाबडो भियेलेलो आहा कळ्ळें तुका राजकारण्यांक भियेता लोक सरकाराक भियेता लोक कळ्ळें तुका आनी आयज आमचे असले जे लोक हे करतात कित्याक एजिटेट कित्याक करता की हे पोल्युशन हे आमी रियलिटीन फेस करता हे पोल्युशन हे आतां हे सगळें कितें हे फेस करता आनी हे बंद जावपाक जाय सरकार जर म्हणटा न्हू आमकां तुमच्या लोकांची काळजी आहा म्हणून जाल्यार बंद करा मरे कोळसो कोळशा खातीर आयज आख्ख्या गोंयांत सत्यानाश जाला न्हू आमची झाडां बेडां मारली लोकांची घरां उडयली आयज वेल्सांव सुद्दां लोकांचे जागे इल्लिगली एक्वायर करपाक सोदता ते रेल्वे तेंचे जागे इल्लिगल तेंच्या बापायची जागा ती रेल्वेच्या आयज ती सगळी आमच्या गोंयकारांची जागा आमच्या गोंयकारांची घरां ती हांकां मोडपाक रायटूच ना कलेक्टर सपोर्ट करना पॉलिटिशियन सपोर्ट करना मिनिस्टर सपोर्ट करना सीएम सपोर्ट करना कोणाक सपोर्ट करतले भायल्या लोकांक सपोर्ट करतले आयज रेल्वेची दादागिरी चल्ल्या डबल ट्रॅकिंग करपाक आनी डबल ट्रॅकिंग कित्याक तर हो कोळसो व्हरपाक डबल ट्रॅकिंग आमचे गोंयचे निसांटाण करून सोडला हेंच्यांनी आमकां गोंयान कोळसो नाका बंद जावपाक जाय आमच्या गोंयच्या लोकांची घरां दारां उडोवन लोकांचे प्रॉपर्टी हडप करून आमकां कोळसो नाका हे असलें ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन बंद जावपाक जाय ओवरलोड ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन हे ट्रान्सपोर्टेशन आमकां गोंयान नाका करचेच पडटलें सरकाराक जर हे मानिना जाल्यार मागीर आनी कोणाक मानतले तर हे सीएमान दखल घेवपाक जाय
किरण बोरकर फॉर हेरल्ड टीव्ही.
Foreigners are back to illegal businesses at the Ashway beach. Recently, 5 people were booked by Perne police on charges of illegally conducting hawking activities and selling their wares. But looks like after the police turned their back, the activities continued.
Back to illegal business. Foreigners were seen back to illegal business at the beach. Recently, 5 people were booked by the Perne police on charges of illegally conducting hawking activities and selling their wares at the Arambol beach. But looks like after the police turned their back, the activities continued. Now recently, 4 Russians and an Indian were booked by the Perne police on charges of illegal conducting hawking activities and selling their wares at the Arambol beach. Offences were booked against Viktor Gulwok, Kirill Zaviolok, Alexei Nogievek and Alexei Estevisar, all from Russia, and Tarun Goyal from Tamil Nadu under Section 188 Red with 34 IPC on charges of engaging the illegal hawking and selling of consumer goods at Arambol beach without obtaining any permission from the authorities. But within no time, foreigners were back to business at Arambol beach. MLA G. Tarolkar along with Goa police just 2 days back had acted on this. A story by Makbul for Herald TV.
In what would be a concern to environmentalists and animal lovers, an olive Ridley Sea Turtle arrived at Ashway Beach on Friday afternoon only to return to the sea without laying her eggs.
In what would be concern of environmentalists and animal lovers, an oval Ridley Sea Turtle arrived at Ashway Beach on Friday afternoon only to return to sea without laying her eggs. Loud music and rampant tourism activity is believed to have compelled the turtle to leave the beach even though the area has been designated as turtle conservation site. According to locals, the sea turtles came to Ashway Beach on Friday at around 2 in the afternoon to lay her eggs. Some tourists and citizens distributed the sea turtle as it was process of digging a hole in the sand. The turtle were then abandoned the hole and went straight back into the sea without laying her eggs. On instruction of the Forest Minister Vishwajit Rane, a team of department has proceeded to the site at Ashway in coastal Perne and investigate the alleged incident.
आपको बैठेगा
A story by Makbul for Herald TV.
The procession of lights, which includes the statue of Saint Sebastian, was taken out in a procession in each and every ward for 9 days in the Novena in Odlim. The feast of Saint Sebastian is celebrated at Odlim Church on the 10th day of the novenas.
The procession of lights, which includes the statue of Saint Sebastian of each ward chapel stars, was taken out in a procession in each and every ward for 9 days at Odlim after the novenas. The feast of Saint Sebastian is celebrated at Odlim Church on the 10th day of the novenas. Herald spoke to Ida Coutinho, one of the residents of Oldham, regarding the luminary. Ida disclosed that about 100 years this tradition is going on. It seems that there was a pandemic at that time, which about 100 years ago, and people that time made a vow that they will organize Lumeria, which every year during this time before the Lent, and from the time onwards this tradition is going on, and this year too it was held at Oldham with the active participation of people on Wednesday. The procession along with the sides of the road at Roleconto Velim near the ground. Watch. A story by Ignacio Norona for Herald TV.
Host Warka Sports Club got the better of Sporting Club of Davodli via the tiebreaker 4-2, and the final score is 5-3 to move into the quarterfinals of the Village Panchayat Cup 2023 organised by Warka Sports Club and played at the Warka football ground.
Host Warka SC got the better of Sports Club of Davoli via the tiebreaker 4-2, and the final score was 5-3 to move into the quarterfinals of the Village Cup Panchayat 2023 organised by Warka Sports Club on the Warka football ground. At the halftime, both the teams were goalless. In the second half, Selvin Miranda opened the account for Sporting Club Davoli through a free kick giving no chance for Mohammad Sheikh under the bar. Soon the equalized came from Aaron Rodriguez with a neat placement giving no chance for Francisco Colasso. Both the teams ended 1-1 and the fate of the match was decided by a tiebreaker. For Warka Sports Club, Joylan Cardozo, Aaron Rodriguez, Salim Sadekar and Mohammad scored, and for Sporting Club de Davoli, Selvin Miranda and Jordan Miranda scored. Clayton Lewis was declared as the man of the match. Sukur Coutinho was the chief guest, and guest of honor was Filomena El Costa. A story by Ignacio Norona for Herald TV.
That's all we have in today's news bulletin. For more news and alerts, please follow us on Twitter at @OHeraldoGoa and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Herald TV. Thank you, and keep watching Herald TV.